Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you day 32 of my Baldur's Gate 3 Dirge Resist run. So, this is my first double feature Baldur's Gate stream, and um, so it's going to be a little bit different. So, what we're going to do is the first 3 hours will be episode 32 of the playthrough. Then we're going to take a half-hour break where I go re-up my drinks, go to the toilet, do my physio exercises, and then, if necessary, have something to eat. Then, once that half-hour breaks up, we're coming back for another 3 hours of um, episode 33. So, we'll be getting the same amount of content each week, just structured a little differently. Now, what I want to do, and I don't know how feasible this is going to be, is, well, for one, I want to finish exploring this place, because I don't know where this is. And then we're actually going to leave the sewers.
Keep your distance, darling.
Yeah, we're going to leave the sewers. We'll come back here later.
With pleasure.
Because as we saw, there are a
Let's get
few areas that relate to other stuff. So,
Anything of use?
right, I stopped looting everything.
Have I been this way before?
Nothing over there. Because if I'm not mistaken, that ladder leads us somewhere important. In the fact that right now, technically, we're going backwards through an important encounter. Fuck it. Just jump down there. Really? Thar, what have I told you about doing that? Yeah, there's another chest down there. If it wasn't for the weird screen effect it did, I'd have no issue with it. Yoink. Okay, I wasn't expecting all of those there. Stone Lord's sketches. A series of line drawings in various stages of completion. Each grows more detailed than the last, and it's as if the artist is struggling to remember exactly what the grows more detailed than last. I would have thought it would be less detailed. Some manner of furred rodent in it with an active, intelligent face. Ooh, a whole chicken.
More pockets.
I should probably clear some of this out. Let's go with type. Where's all the food? That one, that one. Where the hell did that chicken go? Ah, there. Send those to camp. Send all of those to Shadowheart. Those to Lae'zel. Those to Gale. That to Lae'zel. That one I think also... What's that? Ah, I didn't realize the fossilized shell was a shield. Those to Lae'zel as well, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Now we do still have stuff we can, we need to sell. Okay, and I do wonder what happens if we approach this from behind. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, set a quick save here. We're gonna go up the ladder. And then we're going to go up this ladder. Ah, well, there's a blast mine. And some oil barrels. Well, wine barrels. Hey, Starry,
Keep a blade close.
do you mind disarming that? Need a 10. I rolled a 10. Cool. Anyway,
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
move that
They
out of
should
the way.
all be running.
Something over there.
Hmm.
Don't mind if I do.
Was that an don't, Halson?
What now?
Okay. So that
There.
didn't do anything. Right.
That might be worth a look.
Unless... Hear me out.
No one stopped me yet. Time to press ahead.
Okay, I'm guessing that just opens the back wall. Yeah, I'm guessing that just opens that from this side. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure we're doing this backwards, so...
Amazing how the city can seem almost peaceful at times, knowing all that goes on out there.
All that goes on now. It would have broken us back then.
Beautiful day, isn't it? Do make the most of it. You never know how many you've got left.
I want to have a word.
There's no cure for a broken heart. But a bit of sunlight and fresh air helps. Sometimes.
I didn't crash a funeral, did I?
Remember when she fell down the stairs and split her chin?
I felt horrible about that one. Could barely sleep for a 10-day.
Couldn't wait to show off the scar to a friend.
Okay, so this isn't where I thought it was. I thought that was under the counting house. Like, that was where, the thingos go.
What are you looking at? We're allowed breaks. Contract says so.
Of course you are.
Oh, this one's corked.
Hell, well, there's the guild hall. Right, so there's Kazor up near the Diabolist. The Emperor's Hideout, the Blushing Mermaid. Ah, there's the counting house. Who was it? It was Figaro, yeah? Figaro was the one whose sister we spoke to?
Think I'll just sit back and rest my weary limbs while these angry youngsters sort matters out.
Sorry, citizen. Docks are now a restricted area.
Even before they got those big metal bruisers, the fists were obnoxious. But now...
I wonder why the docks are off limits.
I swear, this fist is just trying to provoke me, but I'm not going to fall for it.
Guinness? Nice.
Pantella's in a mood. Don't get in that fist's way when she's in a mood.
So, I antagonize this one, okay.
These common folk need to learn to respect authority. Good thing I'm happy to teach them.
Why are all the fists the exact kind of person I'd expect to want that position?
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are having a safe and productive day.
Oh, we're going to figure it was... Follow this path, okay. The Lodge, eh?
There is an admirable harmony to the Society of Brilliance.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
United in the pursuit of intellect.
Peer review. We are pleased to inform you that your thesis on the study of the representation of deep gnomes in mid-century drow literature has been approved for publication pending the below changes. The Society of Brilliance. 36 pages of annotations follow.
Like a place I used to know.
You're still not done? I don't know what you think gives you the right to set up shop in our fine city of Baldur's Gate. But Baldur's Gate doesn't want you here. Go back to the Underdark or the Absolute or wherever you came from and stop bringing your mindful nonsense into the city. Hey.
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Not a bad thing to do.
The long vowel shift in middle code is fascinating.
All my hypotheses suggest that theories are no more unless I can test them under controlled conditions. I need a viable Githyanki egg. I must acquire one somehow, or Havkalag is not a serious researcher, just a mere intelligence. Ah, so this is the one that wanted the Githyanki egg.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. Don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly.
Lodge dormitory key. Okay. Sec. Okay. So that key is obviously what it was trying to get me to see. You're the one who
a fellow
wanted the
inhabitor
Githyanki
of
egg.
the Underdark. You find yourself in the cradle of knowledge relating to our subterranean home, the Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you?
Thank me for saving your life, because if I'd have given you a thing of the Githyanki egg, you'd all be dead. The Society of Brilliance looks like a library to me. I met two of your researchers in the Underdark, Logan and Melium.
A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them.
Oh, hey, cool.
I assure you, we are as well provisioned an institution as any other you'll find in this city. We simply prefer to keep our wealth away from areas of study. One must stay humble in order to achieve true academic rigor. A most intelligent impulse. But I'm afraid it simply isn't possible. New memberships are on hold for as long as those wretched absolutists are banging on the city gates. It does, however, give you plenty of time to prepare your admission thesis. A brisk 30,000 words should be more than sufficient. Was there anything else?
1 second, I need to check something. Let's see. Let me bring up let me see, bring up AO3. Let me search for the story I'm looking for. Let's see, no, that one. See, collectively, 15,000 there with only 3 chapters. 3.5, 11.4, 10.1, and 14.9. So let's calculate. It's actually 14.5. 14.5 plus 10.1 plus 11.4. Well, 11.48, so rounded up is 11.5. 5 plus 3.5. Okay, so in 1 month, I wrote 39.6k words. I could do that. I did a one of those monthly writing challenges. You're never gonna find out which one it is, because I'm not linking it. It's under a completely separated pseudonym and everything. So yeah. Anyway, I could join this, provided the thesis topic is able to be submitted by, like that was. Let's see. Met an expedition claiming to work for you. She saw the Githyanki egg.
Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. I don't suppose you've stumbled across any Githyanki eggs during your travels. The Society will compensate you for any we purchase, of course.
No.
Don't you dare consider it.
Why does Gale have a +1? What are you going to do with it?
Study it, of course. The Githyanki have been a source of great debate in the Society circles in recent months. You yourself have no doubt experienced the prejudice of those who assume that, as beings of the Underdark, we are inherently evil. The Githyanki face similar prejudice, but I believe if hatched in a less violent, more intellectually stimulating environment, the child can overcome its evil predispositions.
What does his intellectually stimulating upbringing look like? So the child will be experimented on. You're letting your personal biases affect your methods. Why assume they're evil? Yeah, I mean, intellectually studied, this would probably be the best. You say it has an evil predisposition, so...
I assume nothing. Innate Githyanki cruelty is an established fact. No doubt you witnessed it yourself in the retrieval of the egg itself. When I have a suitable sample from my study, I will, however, prove that the effects of their biological inclination are reversible. Once out of the shell, I plan to take a twofold approach. The enforced repetition of sound, moral principle from the Paterian Code, alongside a series of psionic pulses administered to the cerebral tissue.
So, torture.
Assuming I can accelerate its growth, I should have conclusive findings within a year or two at the most.
What's the Paterian Code? So you're planning to torture a child for a year. This experiment is exactly the kind of evil you're trying to disprove. What's the Paterian Code?
A series of moral imperatives bestowed by the great dragon deity, Bahamut. In my years of study, they're the closest I've found to moral perfection. Only under such rigorous goodness will the subject stand a chance of being cured. My findings could change the perception of Githyanki and the peoples of the Underdark for generations to come.
An experiment like this will only confirm the surface dwellers' suspicions of it. Sounds pointless. Public opinion will hardly be swayed by... I mean, yeah. And what if your experiment fails? I'm gonna go with the Selden option.
Of course it won't. If anything, it will do quite the opposite. The academic institutions up here will finally be forced to take us seriously. Now, I'm eager to get started. So will you sell me the egg?
A Gith hatchling is not a lab rat. This skaketh should be bled dry for the mere suggestion.
This experiment is barbaric. You're not getting the egg. I love how Gale's fine with it either way. No.
Then I will source another subject, and the experiment will be completed without your involvement.
No, I
Progress
don't
may
think
be
you would.
delayed, but I assure you, it can never be stopped.
You do realize that if you'd have gotten the egg, everyone here would be slaughtered, right?
I still can't get used to that.
Oh, I miss my...
Yeah, I already spoke to you.
My theory are significant, even profound.
So he said Ammonium and Blurg are upstairs, eh? Stop running from me. A note of thanks. To our esteemed colleagues of the Society, your invitation to present our work at the Lodge was gratefully received. A full response will be forthcoming once I have had the opportunity to consult with my colleague Amelia. In the meantime, please consider this note a tentative acceptance. With thanks for your interest, I look forward to speaking in person soon.
I wonder what Professor Limeleach really thinks of me.
Right, there. Alright, don't you run.
Next, I just need to interview somebody who speaks classical meanlock.
Passionate about mineral ores.
Passionate about mineral ores.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
Limeleach.
Once I publish my paper proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
Well, good luck with that. There you are.
My gloom-lit friend. How long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else.
I thought you were conducting research in the Underdark. I've become quite the expert on my tadpole since we last met.
After observing the nature of your tadpole's stasis, we felt it wise to report back to the Society. Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like yours. But I have heard nothing since. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our progress.
I'll track him down where he's heading. Perhaps he'll like given his connection to the subject matter.
Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the city walls and held some connection to the cult of the Absolute. I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keeping its hypothesis from me, as though even the theory would be enough to put me in danger. Why that would be, I can only theorize
I thought
myself.
Omeluum was a he.
It is rather outside my area of expertise. Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would put my mind at rest to confirm it if you happen across its path.
If it would let me choose a dialogue, I'd be happy to. I'll head out now. See if
Of course, I should get back to my research.
Probably should have traded.
There's a distinctly netherese taint to the air in this city.
The Society of Brilliance has quite the reputation. Even Water-Davian academics refer to their work from time to time.
They talk a great deal.
Your tadpole's stasis is a most curious. Naturally, the Underdark.
Yeah, he still has all the stuff I sold him last time.
Unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy.
Ooh, shiny. I think I'm gonna want to keep that black diamond. Oh, cool. Holy water. That's nice. Might give that bow to Halson. Yeah. There we go. Do you have anything I want? Got Revivified Scrolls, but it's not really necessary. Genial Striding. Lost Voices. Branding. Yeah, no, you can just have all that. Like, what's my gold at? Gold is... Huh. Maybe I will balance that. I don't want it half. Oh well.
The Society of Brilliance. These preposterous fools love to meddle
Everyone
in
has a
Underdark
lot of
affairs.
things to
They
say
are
about this
most
place.
amusing.
Amusing? Wherein lies the humor?
They seek to promote peace between species through mutual understanding. Ha!
Even my people know the value of a carefully crafted coalition, Minthara. Is our own alliance not a case in point?
I'm sorry. I don't think I can help you. I'm
not fit for service.
Bringing in the stench of the foundry.
He's a lovely man, Simon, but he's seen better days. Please, try not to disturb him.
Who's the one that was just talking?
I may not weep for my home, but I would take a mushroom over a flower any day.
I would have said I admire fungi as well. Until I met such a thing you call a myconid.
God's damned hypocrite! The blade of frontiers, all pomp and empty oaths. The Sword Coast's most dashing fraud. I trusted you. I believed in you.
Floric, what are you on about? What is this?
Lady Mizora told me everything. How you slaughtered your own father. How you crave his power. I thought you were going to save him. But you abused his current state to get rid of him. You mean to make the city bow to you, and you alone.
That meddling ghoul. Floric,
Save it. My duty is to Baldur's Gate, and it holds no place for Ravengard's treacherous spawn.
Ravengard could still be alive. We intend to save him. Irrelevant thread of knowledge breaks your mind. Explore it. Probe Floric's mind. When we found you in prison, you'd given up. Who's the hypocrite? These are... This one loops back. This one loops back.
You remember the stories of Elturel's fall. The city was dragged into the hells at Zariel's behest, and Ravengard along with it.
Zariel's sons destroyed countless lives. Mizora is her minion. You can't trust her.
At ease. By the living gods, I believe you. What darkness has fallen upon us?
Oh, you got tricked by a demon.
Will, there's
Devil?
something you must know. I should have told you sooner, but I'd hoped somehow he knew about the Absolute. I thought little of it at first, but he realized the danger before. He understood that if the cult were successful in raising an army, Baldur's Gate would be doomed. Before the Absolutists abducted him, he told me that should he fall, I must seek you out and give you this message. Your father trained you in the ways of great champions. You are to use those lessons to wake the worm under the city. He is oath-bound to answer your call and come to our aid.
Well, that happened a lot earlier than it normally does. I still have no idea why that happens. It only happens while playing Baldur's Gate. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Um. No solution, sir. A worm? Are you saying there's a dragon living under the city? What lessons do you mean? What can dragon?
A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now, awaiting a hero to rouse him. The worm goes by many names. Ansur, the waiting storm, the heart of the gate. He promised Balderand he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened, but just the once. Since then, the city faced countless threats, but the Baldorians overcame them all. There was never any need to call upon the worm, but this time, things are different. This is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. Your father was right. We need Unsur's help. With him gone, the worm's awakening now falls to you. Take this. The legend of Ansur, an ancient epic, ill-remembered, dismissed as a mere tale. Let it set the path before you.
Your faith in Will is well founded. We will seek the worm and ask for help. You're going to trust him. You do know he made a pact with... Why would I say that? Will, what do you make of this? Please, you're staking the city's fortune on a fairy tale. Let the dragons sleep. Let's ask Will what he
Baldur's Gate stands on the brink of the abyss. Let's awaken the worm and take back the city.
Ravengard's blood courses through your veins. Your father would be proud. I will go and assemble any allies I can find. When the battle horns call, we'll stand ready. Unleash the worm, Will. Let his tempest swallow the Absolute and its allies. Good luck.
Okay,
I cannot tell if
Not
you
what
are
I was
more a
expecting.
deviant or a debutante, Shadowheart. I would like to test both aspects of your...
Nobody wants to read the riot act to a child, but, well, discipline's got to start somewhere, eh?
Almost coming to blows over a pebble. What's this city coming to?
Bloody ridiculous. Some folk must live a charmed life if a child playing in the street's their greatest worry.
I was just playing. Wasn't even aiming at him.
This city has been in a downward spiral for too long. Only the soft-hearted and the street vermin dare to deny it.
You confound me, Will. You have all the...
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
I'm sorry, what? Hi, Hopper. I'm sorry to report that we've had no lead on the boys' parents if they were first taken by the cult and the trait is long gone cold.
A Larathin residence.
Oh, Maller's Mark, here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home.
It's a beautiful home. I figured she lived in a cave, alone. Let's
A
have a
sending
play.
spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained? In all this time she's been away? 7.
Hmm, really? Met gorgeous hero out in Shadowlands? Is Shadowlands one word or two?
If you are trying to help me, please stop.
The message went, I'm sorry, you know what to do.
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult, which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved us, so tell me. Are we all doomed?
Not in this life. Why does Gale have a negative for not in this lifetime? Well, it's powerful, it's not going to be an easy fight. You should really listen to your mother. We're all gonna die. Cole is powerful, it's not going to be an easy fight.
So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
Okay, can't speak to the kids. Oh, that's a thing now.
Curse that rotten devil and her forked tongue. Trying to set Floric against me. She's a damnable inferno of chaos. What matters now is that Floric saw sense, and we know our path forward. We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate.
Do you really think Dragon's been living under Baldur's Gate? A big enough dragon could annihilate scores of cultists. We need Ansur's help. Ravengard's dead and he's still got you running errands.
I do, and so did my father. Go on, read the legend of Ansur. Then we can plan our next steps.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let us speak. Where is... Yeah, there.
Yes?
Why didn't you tell me about your family?
I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, they had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice?
You're right. That is extremely foolish. I think I would have done the same. Admit you're just afraid of Rion. I love how no matter what you say, it's just plus. Sorry.
Careful now. Only I get to say it. And my daughter, apparently. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us both.
Okay. So, Ryan.
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
We're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a kicking for showing Fig how to throw hatchets. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
There are refugees outside the wall. They'll need protection, healers, place could serve as a hospital. I mean, sending people to protect the refugees is a good thing, so... I mean... Not to be, putting them all in a box, but they are elves, so healing could be good, but...
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need,
Deal.
and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers among the cult. Be on your guard.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
That's fair. Wasn't there the...
Darker than I'd like for Reese's.
Something over there.
Over... where? In that corner, eh?
That's curious.
So I'm guessing the pin is what was over there. A short note marked up as a professional sending a magical message of up to 25 words intended to find the recipient where they may be. This copy was never given over to a cleric for delivery. No, I don't know what to do. So come back and tell me or I'll come find you. Death will not protect you, idiot. Oh hey, I can talk to the little one now.
A fine day to you, sir. Are you known to this court?
I am not, but it is a pleasure to meet you. Of House Fluffington. Need no formal announcement.
Sir Fluffington, an honor to host you in my manor.
Jessam discovered an old family tree in my study. We haven't had a moment's peace since.
Tetherian nobility. You might be royalty, Jahira. You don't want to be queen, of course, and Ryan curses too much, so it would have to be me.
Careful, girl. They have a habit of taking against tyrants there.
Huh. I'm not a tyrant. If anyone calls me one, I'll have Fig chop their head off.
Aha. Mysterious Moonshay.
Try that handbill on fungal poultices. We might be tending the injured here before long.
Perhaps you should brush
Blended
up on the
families
herb
at
law
Thea.
yourself, George. Mother's vines are looking a little weedy.
Why are the quiet ones always the cruelest? Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, Felices. Bad soil? I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
So you're all you hear is words. It sounds right somehow. I have found it to be firm but fair. Absolutely no comment.
Ha! You see? This one is well trained. I have no need for you anymore, faithless boy.
Oh, save your fangs for someone who thinks you might actually use them. I've only ever seen her truly angry once. We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
I still
Nature's
say he
law in
kicked
action.
himself in the balls. Battle plans, eh? Go for the ice. That's a good battle hand.
I just trimmed you.
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
Would you like a book? I can have
Something
Jess
good
look
here.
them up.
I hope.
Maybe she'll even read it with you.
No. That's alright. I'm alright.
What if I tell her not to do
Don't
the goblin
touch me.
voice?
I guess that would be okay.
So there's another kid upstairs that we haven't met yet.
Nothing hurts anymore.
Let us open the Harper seal. Rion, we have had no further word from the High Harper since she gathered her forces and stuck it east. While her sending to you is certainly concerning, she has made no such contact with us, and I cannot believe that Jahira would fail to pass on all she knew if she truly believed the end was at hand. Trying to find what would fit in that pin slot. I also want to speak to Fig.
On my mind.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but George promised me pies.
I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
The kids always have to ask for a real sword.
We'll draft on another. A druid should know how to do that, shouldn't he?
Where is it further in? Will of course be happy to look in on your children in your absence, so I remind you that Rion and Yord are now twice my height and all too happy to remind me of it. Whatever business you're off on, take care. If the children take into their heads to go herring off to help, I won't be able to stop them, nor will I try to. Disappearances in the city. However, it seems our last reports are overly hasty. Our investigation into the recent state of disappearances across the city have led to re-emergences of the subjects in almost every case. We're chasing down those last few and following up on the rumors of strange shadows in the sky at night. Perhaps we can hope it's just a case of some overactive imagination. So that would be people being taken and tadpoled, I guess. Final warning.
Coming along nicely there, Floki.
So having to go at them for trying to take the fist's job. Beloved Ranger Bewitched. Citizens of the city were stunned to find a local landmark absent when the sun rose over the wide this morning. The Beloved Ranger, a statue dedicated to a hero of the city, was removed from its perch overnight, with reports of a struggle and sounds of battle during the dark hour. The City Watch had no comment to add, but the markers were told a clear tale of smashed cobblestone, scorched tilings, and blood-speckled stone. Whatever force wrestled the ranger from the perch did not go quietly. Trying to think.
I'll tend this. You three have been just guzzling the water recently. Save some for the others, all right?
Oops. Read. I had a feeling that's what it was.
Prints on the tabletop. You haven't been poking around the top shelves again.
Of course not. Her diaries are off limits.
Written in code too, I'm afraid.
I know. It's not a very good code.
I'm going to assume it's on Rion.
Those leaves are a little darker than I'd like, Felices. Bad soil? Don't tell Mother.
Very well.
Maybe I'll go check upstairs first.
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
These boots have seen everything. Can't slow down.
It's peaceful, isn't it? Worry about the next one when it comes.
Nothing in there.
Come down soon. Sorry.
Don't need you to be sorry. Just checking that you're all right.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jahira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
You had to kill me for one. Read a pixie from Magic Lamp. He was awful for alongside a warrior angel. He broke the curse that had gripped Moonlight Ice Towers for a century. 3 or 4. Warrior angel.
No, Cub. She does not mean me. Now, Cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing.
Well, I mean...
but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Jessam's journal, eh? stunning rending doodle of a young elder girl sitting on a throne. Faint eraser marks indicate that her crown got more jeweled and elaborate with every iteration. Queen Jessamine, one of Tithia, ruling over the lands of... Look up Tithia. Okay, so... I'm glad I stopped trying to pickpocket
Here goes nothing.
Yawn.
Coming along.
Where was the hubship pin? There we go.
Well,
Little hideout under the house. That's interesting.
pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
So what? Take the...
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
So we've got ice, fire, thunder, poison. I would have thought a sleep one would be good, but...
The only patch of wilderness this city permits me.
Yeah, there's a badger.
There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
Very well.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I'm training new ones.
There's been killings in a holy place. Stinks of incense and blood.
Yes, I did know that one.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnomes in the sea.
Radio.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey. Smell of arse, too. But Boss doesn't care about that.
Got a little, grotto under her house. Well, I mean, technically we would have been right about the whole living in a cave thing. Oh, another black diamond.
So much for a warm welcome.
That's curious.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think I'd get it first try. Yeah, let's roll again. Why not? Should have given this to Astarion. There we go.
Careful, I bite.
Why is he so far down all of a sudden?
Oh, for a skeleton key.
Have a lot on my mind. And well, in it.
Keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, weapons to aid in our fight, you won't find them behind that door. There is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me.
I also hide all my worthless things behind secret doors. Just like an old dragon to hold the best of her stash.
Not a wild shape I have mastered. Just yet. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman. But then, perhaps I make too much of this. How can I beg privacy when I was not half so trusting on our first meeting? Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
Another step forward.
A sack. Really? Okay. My dearest wife, since you've forbidden the writing of poems, I had to get creative this year. I tracked down a retired Carimian war wizard with a magical method of transferring mental imagery to parchment. The art is imperfect and perhaps better suited to espionage than name-day gifts. With all my love, and from a safe distance, Khalid. Beneath the note, a small inked picture of a smiling couple, their mouths gaped far too wide, their joints twisted ever so slightly, but beneath the distorted brows you can just make out a much younger Jahira and a bearded man wearing a harper piece. Popular novel, thin and cheaply made, dramatizing the adventures of the bold spawn of Athkatla after the defeat of Saravok Ancho. Early chapters have been defaced, with some even torn out.
Better not be cursed.
Staff of Ra. Once per turn, the blow possibly knocks foes back 2 meters and stuns them. No effect on dragons and huge creatures. I'm guessing these were her weapons from previous games. What's that? Sandbaum sneaking out with an added speed, the very exemplar of swiftness embodied in steel. What do I have as Jahira's second weapon? It's just a regular scimitar, eh?
Patched up.
Oops.
Pushing on.
Huh. Okay, so if you press Y, it short rests. That is not something I knew. Send that to Jahira. And I want you to equip that.
Do what must be done.
Wait. And that does give it the... Yes, it does give the necrotic.
Still in control.
Because that scimitar was just a +1, wasn't it? Yeah.
One day, I'll catch a break.
A confused spread of cryptic symbols cobbled together by the same hand, seemingly over years. Neat notation impose order on the chaotic sketches, describing some manner of druidic ritual, its purpose unclear and its practice incomplete.
Rite of the timeless body. What's that about? I'd best ask Jahira.
I mean, can't be cursed. She doesn't have a necklace on, so...
A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me. Yes?
Something about a timeless body?
The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations.
So you plan to do it? That's amazing to hear. What can I do to help? And anyone can use the scroll? I understand. I want to say young and pretty too. Not gonna lie, now that she's done talking, when she said the threat of spanking didn't stop her children from poking into her stuff, my immediate thought was the threat of spanking would encourage me to look through your stuff. So what do you plan to... So do you plan to do it?
I make no plans. Only contingencies. Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake, I just look back on that life's work and I wonder, is it done? The Dead Three plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
Immortality is only as good as the life you're living. An eternity of luxury sounds a lot better than an eternity of struggle.
I'd have thought time would dull either. But I suppose I should know better than to argue with an immortal.
Would you live on at any cost? It's only natural to want more life, a little too philosophical to me. Would you live on at any cost?
In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. Trapped in that darkness. I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came. And made the question moot. But I kept this. Just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings, or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine. When and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub.
Enough of this cub stuff. My people live longer than yours, half elf. She's only half elf? I guess, yeah, no, she does look a lot more human than some of the full elves we've seen. Why did you think of me that way? You're not off the hook that easily, Jahira. I want you around for a long time. Pity, I could have used a young and powerful Jahira. Hmm. I want to see what the number 2 is, but we're jumping back and doing number 1.
I have no plans to lie down and die. Well, perhaps a little lying down when all of this is done.
That's fair.
But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first.
I'm guessing that one is just every road leads there. I tend not to use the drow option unless it's a Seldarin. Because some of those are just... Some of them do seem very,
Well,
what's it called?
that is entirely your problem now,
Wolf
Cal.
Sworn?
Ha! Do not thank me for slinging a weight around your neck. I might start to feel bad. I do mean what I say. But I am also a harper. In every honeyed word, there is a hook. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet.
So, Karlak, what do you think of meeting your, hero's family?
Just when I think I can't respect Jaheira anymore, she hits me with a grenade right to the heart. I couldn't agree with her more. There's more to life than time. It isn't about how long you're here. It's about what you do with whatever time you've got. And Jaheira? Well, I don't think anyone spent their hours better than her.
So, what do you think of your hero Jaheira's house?
I don't know what I was expecting. Something beyond real. My life would have been so different if I ended up working for her instead of Gortash. Looking after these kids. Making a difference. Maybe in the next life.
Jaheira's wisdom is plain to see. One of the greatest ways in which you can serve nature is to surrender your body back to it when the time comes. It may be some centuries before my flesh is ready to yield, but I hope I shall be bold enough to follow in her path when the day comes.
Gale?
I can't help but feel like I've been
Shut
fumbling in
up
the
about
dark
the
for
fucking
too long.
crown.
I can't fathom how such a wonder, as luck would have it, will... We must. I can't fathom how such... As luck would have it, you'll have...
Jaheira has steel in her, I'll say that. It's not easy to walk away from immortality. Most people would have held on to that scroll for as long as they could bear to. And probably a century or two longer than that.
As someone who has read Percy Jackson, immortality does not sound that fun.
So Jaheira is willing to embrace mortality, the ultimate form of retirement, and that's thanks to impressing her through your actions. Quite the compliment. I haven't even dared to use the more benign... You know what that offer truly entails, don't you?
Didn't I-
Become half a...
I thought I clicked on leave.
I would live forever if I could. Death is not rest or relief. It is only ever a form of defeat. In destroying the scroll, Jaheira has shown her readiness to give up the fight. We must not follow her example.
Should I ever take to the astral plane, I'll have no need of scrolls to secure my immortality. Still, it is becoming of a mortal to accept their fate, as Jaheira does. Not everyone is meant to live longer than the stars.
I would have liked to have heard what Gale had to say about it, but he's fucking broken. Will, sort of forgot about you there, buddy.
Who among us hasn't wondered what it would be like to live forever? But I think you've got the right idea.
Better I live fully and meaningfully than to pine for an always and forever I could never achieve.
Dream in red.
Well, there's Julia's little sanctuary. I love how she's just got a little badger under her wait. What's the... fine, I'll read the fucking book. Oh, Baldur's Gate, Great Balduran's birth. Oh, Balduran founded Juveneration, his guardian dragon answer, tremendous in worth, our savior below, our eternal elation. To Wormway neath prison's deepest level, to be found by not a soul nor devil. No, entrance in Worm's Rock Prison. Older Ravengar. With a lightning shock, a true hero's spark flickers, the torch shall light, and Worm's eyes shall wake a glitter. Something about sparks and torches use lightning skill. Its trial no common adventurer may exceed, when each day sends forth new ones to their fates, but one great hero, by the founders' will decreed, shall only once grant to our age the heart of the gate. Only a great hero can pass the trials and awaken answer. There. You happy?
But what's this of a true hero spark? Seems simple enough.
Okay. So, we've met Jaheira's family. A group of people I did not know existed. Because I never see anyone using Jaheira in their party, so...
Your devilish patron is a delight, Will. Have you ever lain with her?
I'm really not that kind of man.
The mouth can publish all the fluff pieces it wants about those steel watchers. I think they're a menace.
You're very animated. Just gonna ignore those.
Old Lady Whitburn, the mother-in-law, never comes down to the lower city. I'm glad I'm not such a snob.
Hey, where'd your friend go?
Good day. What could be more pleasant than spending one's inheritance? Though I don't imagine you would know.
Oh, come on, you gotta follow that up with a haughty one.
Beyond that gate is the upper city, housing the great and the good of Baldur's Gate.
You yearn for a better...
I was queuing with the others, and then I started feeling wrong. No thanks.
Do you think we could swim into the upper city?
No admission to the upper city until further notice.
Stay away
Residents
from the
may
gate.
queue up and wait.
You trying to get in too? I waited half a day and got nowhere. I gave up.
Okay. So we can't go into the upper city yet. Guessing that one's Figaro.
No matter what the mouth says.
Facemaker fashion.
What do you mean, what else is down?
I think Master Figaro has a few spaces between appointments today. You're in luck.
Maybe there's a reason for that weird feeling of yours.
Facemaker fashion. Don't just look the part, be the part. And if you want to be the part, Master Figaro still has some space between appointments. Yes.
Great selling.
Heavens, what's the hold-up? I dare say the wait is shorter in the City of Judgment.
Pretty sure at least two of these are, doubles.
You appear to be lost, dear. I specialize in fashion, not potato sacks.
Don't want to see. Don't want to get blood on an expensive suit. Perhaps I should let my butler dress me. What sort of fashion? I'm looking to improve my attire. Actually,
A certain level of class is expected by my clientele. So if you wish to stay, I must insist you purchase some less depressing garments.
I met your sister. She didn't have a very high opinion of you.
Well, the feeling is decidedly mutual. Her wares are a poor imitation of the clothing I have on offer here. If she would just accept my offer to work here, like Father wanted, we could resolve all this bad blood. But no, too proud.
Sure, she's the one that's proud. What are you
I
selling?
sell anything and everything needed to cultivate your countenance.
You better have some rare
The
dyes.
best you'll find in Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than any dreck you'll pick up in Worm's Crossing.
Let me
Very
see your
good,
stuff.
ma'am.
Baby blue and gold. Black and azure, black and furnace red, black and jade green, black and summer green, bloody plum, boreal blue, deep lilac, dark amethyst. Take one of those. Feywild green and black and dundee, gorgeous maroon, harlequin black and white, indigo, jet and pink, lavender dye, lemon lichen, lush burgundy, mallow fruit, pale pink, peach and apricot, pink and leaf green, sinful red on bone white, eh? Yeah, sure, we'll give that a look. And I'll take one of the black and furnace reds just to... Huh.
Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress, so be sure to return.
What we're going to do first is the simple red on white. So that is just a white version of what I was using. Got it. The dark amethyst. Half of that I wouldn't even call amethyst, but okay. Back to the red and black. Anyway, someone's trying to kill you.
Make haste. I have a very busy day of very demanding clientele ahead. If looks could kill, Lord Gortash would have already hanged me. I wouldn't worry too much. This is undoubtedly some rumor cooked up by my many rivals.
It's not a rumor. You're literally named on a list of targets. Other people on it have already died.
Well, I suppose if it's that elaborate a prank, it rolls out my sister as the culprit. Carmen can barely organize her own shop. Never mind stage a murder mystery to meddle with me. Very well. I'll take my precautions. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure her and at least the guy behind the counter are doubles. Doubles. Twice now. Don't know where it was trying to take me, but... Huh. Right. That's odd. And you want to know why that's odd? Because if I go... So we can't go into the upper city yet.
If I were a druid, what animal do you think I'd be?
Given your memory issues, perhaps a goldfish?
I'd hope for something a bit more exotic. But would you carry around my fishbowl? Feed me flicks of food?
Only the finest, of course.
The Gazette reckons Lord Gortash is the second coming of Baldurin.
I'm sorry, I had to let that one play out.
The statue is of Baldurin, founder of the city, forever looking out to sea.
Okay.
Is Drow society as the... It almost sounds tempting. Matriarchal power...
Screw it.
It flourishes because the strong feed on the weak. Charming as you are, child, you would be nourishment for the matron's mothers.
Of course.
See if we can get down to the old counting house. Ignore Nesha.
The Blushing Mermaid. Not my preferred drinking hole, dearie.
Is that where I was going? So it's down... down here.
Bit busy, mate. We need to get these cleared before the next shipment arrives.
Please. I need to get this done.
Why don't you sit down for a bit?
Won't win this war on our asses, will we?
Around that way, maybe? Okay, no. Up there?
Sorry, but I'm a little busy here. Have you seen what she's doing? Counting gold in front of a beggar. It's like eating bread in front of a starving child. Thank you, sir. At least some people in this world know kindness.
Can I just, like, say...
Excuse me, madam. Hello.
bonk?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excuse me.
If you need help, sire, just speak to the clerks.
Coin maids and guard your coffers.
Oh, cool. Do I want to do this just yet? Great. Uh-huh. So that would be the issue. One second.
You thinking about for lunch?
Just
A
sounds like
table
you might have
somewhere.
something to spare.
For one.
Just a few, sir. Please.
Please stop interrupting me.
11, 12. We've fallen on our times, is all. What with everyone scared because of the Absolute.
Now I have to start again thanks to you.
There we go. Fix it. I had to unplug my keyboard and put it back in. Now, what was I searching? BG3 counting house keys. Um. Hmm. Let's see. Trying to find where each of them. Vote number 1 is Loroken. Vote number 2 is Janeth. Vote number 3 is Zar. Vote number 4 is Grey. Vote number 5 is Ravengard. Vote number 6 is Gortash. Vote number 7 is Keen. Keen. That was, what's her face? Nine Fingers. Number 8 is Devere, and number 9 is Glitterbeard. Number 1's an okay. Pretty sure I already have number 2. I sent all my keys back to camp, didn't I? No, I've got that. So okay. Vault key 1 I could get now. Vault key 3 I can't. Vault key 4 I have no idea where that is. Vault key 5 is with Gortash. Can't really get that yet. Vault key 6 is... oh, that's going to be difficult to get. Vault key 7 is on Nine Fingers. Vault key 8 is not able to be gotten yet. Well, I mean, I could, but I'm not going there yet. Vault key 9 is... I have no idea who that is. Okay. Hey, Starin, you reckon you can do several DC 30 checks?
I don't suppose you really have much use for gold, do you, Astarius?
It's not required.
They tell me.
If you cannot get the coin you need here, try for a room at the Elf Song. Alan has plenty of space in his upper floors.
Back of the line. I already had to sit here while they marched some big bastard past like royalty.
If you're wise, you'll withdraw everything and clear out before this army arrives. I'm not taking any chances.
Of course, why would you trust banks, especially in a time of city collapse?
If you're one of Barrack's friends sent to talk me down, tell him I've made up my mind. I'm buying that stake in the circus and running away.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Can't talk. Last time I misquoted her, head banker Glitterbeard locked me in a safety deposit box.
Renowned across the land for protecting treasures great and small, our vault offers security like no other. The Grand Vault. Citizens of Baldur's Gate, you can rest easy knowing that your hard-earned coin is safe behind the stone and steel that protects our Grand Vault. A single high-security vault containing the wealth of the ordinary people, the Grand Vault protects everything from your grocer's profits to your grandmother's savings. The Deep Vault. Our deep vaults are for citizens whose fortunes require an individual vault or unique security measures. With extra patrols, wards and more, you can deposit, withdraw or view your treasure at your leisure.
Busy. Sorry.
Account holders only from here. Vault pass?
I don't have a pass, but I have some gold.
This is the wealthiest banking house on the coast. God's ransom sitting under our feet. So if it's a bribe you're angling out, well, this I have to hear.
All that gold you got, and you never ever get a chance. Fucking hell, 5,000. I don't have that. You can either make some gold or die guarding someone else's choose.
Captain needs to see your pass.
Offers a form of magic. Alas.
Welcome to the counting house. I'm head clerk Mead, honey. How may the Fellowship of Financiers serve you?
You seem a little nervous, Sir Meat Honey. Had some difficult customers today? One in particular calling himself the Stone Lord, perhaps.
The who? The what? All right, fine. The head banker may have just taken a customer by that name down to the vaults. Rather large, rather heavily armed, which is against regulations. But I'm sure the head banker knows what he is doing.
Yeah.
I assure you, he does not. You are right to be nervous. But let us pass, and all will be well.
Well, who is this Stone Lord to you?
An old friend. He might do something stupid down there, but we can help. The Lord of Rashomon, and we are his servants. He's likely to pull his contract if we don't set up his banquet table soon. The absolute least of your problems if you don't shut up and let us pass. I mean, gotta go with persuasion. And I rolled a 32, okay.
That would be most unusual. But then so is our visitor.
That he is. But don't worry. We can handle him.
Very well. Show the guards this temporary vault pass, and should my superior ask, keep my name out of it.
I know that running down here, I probably passed several people I could have spoken to,
Sorry,
but
sir, but these people won't see to themselves.
I
I
heard
don't know.
about
I just wanted to
stalemating
get
this morning.
something done.
Word of advice. When dukes start dropping like that, get your coin and get out of the city.
Why the hells are they so slow? Mead Honey usually runs a tighter ship than this.
Nothing on there that I can read. Oh. Can't speak to any of them. Ah, well. That would have helped.
I was barely 8 years of age when I heard the counting house held mythical treasure.
Wouldn't loiter too long here, sir. Makes the guards nervous.
Oh no, I'm not the one you should be worried about.
Slower than usual today. You might be better off sticking your coin under your mattress.
Fair enough. So what's behind that door? Do I do it? Not when there's someone right there.
You're guild too, aren't you?
What makes you say that?
You're always guarding Glitterbeard's door. Along with you. You're definitely guild. Not that you...
I'm sorry, what?
I probably just ripped your jaw for right.
Was that these people talking?
You've been caught lurking around the Sword Coast's most secure bank without permission. The guards are understandably upset.
It's an honest mistake. I'll see myself out. No need for bloodshed. Pretty place. I'd rather not stand on the little floors on the way out.
You are permitted to pass with your legs intact. This time.
So she had a
Excuse me, madam. Hello?
thing above her.
A tomb for riches.
Vault pass.
Yeah.
Right. Descend and know. Upon entering the vaults, you forego the protection of city and church law alike. Which is to say, keep to your own vault and you'll be fine.
It also means that I have permission to do what I want. Left or right?
No patrol, no control. That's what I say.
Open up.
Watch your back.
I'm actually gonna move you up. Oh yeah, that's why he's so far down. Because I split him from the group towards the start of this.
You're thinking what I'm thinking. Wretched thing. Pull
Well,
yourself together.
there's pretty much all my coffers back up from the twins.
Looking ahead.
Oh, what? Thieves' tools.
I'll take that.
Why are there thieves' tools in a bank?
Here we go.
All those are upstairs. Okay, probably don't want to go out that way.
Some don't take patrolling seriously.
Definitely don't want to go out that way. But I do want to see what's in those.
Catch Ruckus when he comes into work.
Oh, hey, you just watched me do that, didn't you?
No time to rest.
Mind your manners down here, sir. Titles don't mean much once you're in the vault.
A neatly kept ledger recording all shipments leaving for the docks, entries record goods of all sorts bound to ships that will carry them the length of the Sword Coast and even further afield. Some logs carry specific notes like, yep, and remember to feed daily, eh?
Talk to the other one. He's the ranking officer, apparently.
Just need to see your vault pass, please. Looks in order. Blessed day to you.
It's always interesting when
Never a dull
NPCs have
moment.
heterochromia.
Might be worth a look.
Oh, huh. Right. Oh. Let me just go like that.
Can't give up now.
Giant maybe? Either way, Neckbeard was fit.
Everyone out.
You have the natural elegance of a dancer.
That's what they
tell me. Save it for later.
Okay, into the vault we go. Vault visitor log. This log records a list of recent visits to the counting house vault. Dolores Mead Honey. Pocket registry, bank pass, gold coins, Mr. Glitterbeard's book of dwarven dates, reasons for visits, delivery of a large chest to a high security vault, Cynthia Bonpoff, pocket registry, stonework tools, metalwork tools, reasons for visit, critical fix of a water leak in a high security vault access, danger of flooding the chamber. Note Cynthia wasn't carrying a bank pass, access granted for an urgent patch to prevent more water from reaching the tiles. Rakath Glitterbeard, pocket registry not declared, reason for visit, give the Stone Lord a tour of our lower vault. Note to Sir Glitterbeard has requested I step out of the vaults to provide the client's privacy. Aha. So... Oops. No love for a little Razzle Dazzle. The recent fusion of disruptive... About Bouldering. Okay. Let's go see the vault. Oops.
Please refrain from entering until a staff member has opened the way for you.
That was a thing on the floor, wasn't it? Nope. These are the vaults, okay. So that's fine. These are more vaults. Okay.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Still breathing, despite everything.
Huh. Okay. Rude. How do I get rid of that? Because the Starian definitely can't jump it if I can't.
Tread lightly.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
Someone there?
Huh. So I can't even fly past them.
Don't linger.
Good to know. How do I disable that? So apparently go like that.
My. Better be careful not to trigger that thing.
How about this?
Then I had.
Love my guts.
Do I not have? Oh, safe and vault.
Simple.
Needed 25. Okay. Really? Thank you. You would do that. Again, 24. I've got a 12 to 15. Or a critical nat 20, that'll work too. Oh, scroll of disintegrate, that's nice. $28 works. Yeah, I'll sell all the wine. $27's good. Is that really everything? Okay, you're gonna want guidance again. Good. That, take that. Nothing else on the ground there, so. Cool, and that's all the vaults open.
Let's move.
Okay. Well, we may as well just,
Interesting.
let's reclose all of these, because they saw us come down here. Okay, you can't turn the things back on. Well, that's good to know. So what do we pick up from that? Whole bunch of stuff.
For current door codes, please refer to the head banker's office. Highest security clearance only.
Well, that doesn't help. Why am I still playing as a star?
Road ahead. Let's have a look.
Can y'all stop stepping on things?
Have to keep going.
Okay, well, did all of this then.
Well, hello. A crooked touch.
27, nice.
Please wait here. A staff member will retrieve your items.
Okay. How do I get in there? Do I have any, like, things of Misty Step or... I know, like, the locks or anything I can pick. Could always dimensional door it. Does Will have the thing of Misty Step? No, he's got a magic missile. Could have sworn I gave Will something of Misty Step. Blink? What's blink? That's the, yeah. Wonder. What I'm gonna want to do is take you out, head to camp. Don't think I would have sold it. Is there anything else that gives like Misty Step? I don't think so. I also think it may only be one use. Which one was my rings? That one. That one. No. There. On a short rest. And I think I need Is it 3 uses or 4 that I need? Does that give me... Let me just leave camp again. It's 4. See, if I hadn't have accidentally used that short rest earlier.
All right. What a day.
So now we short rest.
Stop. Pushing on.
Really? Empty? Now Lilith, let's go.
Keep it together.
With what is it? Stomach rest.
Is it the earth beneath that crunches, or the bones within?
There's also the fact that he's now stuck in there.
Should be easy.
That one was useless. Yoink. Okay, now Gale, yeah.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
Huh.
You wish to consult me?
No. There's Gale.
The air is ripe with magic.
If I'd have known that one was empty, I wouldn't have needed to use so many spell slots.
Ready and willing.
Stone's too far away.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
And a stone, I want to bring you back up to the top because I figure we're going to need you again later. You know, that was a pretty good haul. Send that to Astarion. Clears up a lot of his thing. Send that to Gale. Move those over there. Cool. Okay.
Swift as my feet can carry
Well,
me.
we're done in here. Let's brute force this. No. No. Nope. 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 So it's 1. So it's not 1, 1. 1, 3. Step off the button. 1, 3. Bullshit. 3. Have I tried 1, 3, 3? It's not 1, 3, 3. 1, 3, 4. Nope. 1, 3, 5, 7. Oh. Nope. I will get this. I think I already tried 1, 3, 5, 4, so let's go 1, 3, 5, 3. Nope. Didn't think that it could be a second 5, so we'll check that. There's gotta be some significance to the code, but I don't know what it is. 1, 3, 5, 6.
Where am I? What's going on?
Okay.
It's still moving.
Hush your fussing. Nine Fingers had this one made especially.
Hello, mouthful. We'll barely slow it down.
The fuck you mean
The
she...
stories.
Stories. Tall tales and big names, lad. Don't let them fool you. Elminster the Archmage. Drist the Drow Exile. Heroes have power, aye, but not half so much as we do. A little coin into the right purse. A soft word in the right ear. It's not glory that spins these plains, lad. It's gold. See? Now. Morrigan's cracked clay.
Did you really think being eaten by a miracle would stop a legendary hero?
There is no gold in here! If there is one thing Minsk hates more than beasts with bad breath, it is those who are tricksome with the truth. And turnips. But you are no turnip. Let that be of comfort in your final moments.
Meet Minsk. He still seems very much himself to me.
Minsk? The same Minsk Jaheira's been looking for.
Yes, where have you been? Let's wait and see how this plays out.
You will listen to me. Enough play, Stone Lord. What in the howling hells? Nine Fingers set a poor trap, little banker. Let the Absolute's faithful show you how it is done. Now come, Stone Lord. We have the gold, and the Absolute has need of it elsewhere.
As you say, Jaheira.
Slarning shape changers! Enough! Let us deal with these cultists, then find out where they are nesting.
Oh hey, how'd you get right beside us? Uh-huh. Right, well. That is an issue. So I can't hit them because they're sanctuary, eh? Couldn't go like that though. How much you got? 45, you got 45 as well. And well, you look at that. It's almost dead. I don't really care if those guys get unpicked out. I intend to steal everything that's in here anyway, so be actually better if they die. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, dang it.
On the move.
Smell blood.
I know this is probably gonna hit Lilith, but... If I were to say... Run back here. Then do it. Doesn't hit Halcyon anymore.
You still have time to surrender.
Can't say... Go down
Look,
here.
Father, ease my way.
Dang it. I was meant to jump over to there.
Let's spill some blood.
Huh. Don't slip.
Tormento!
Jump over the ice.
Making my move.
Interesting. Problem is, a lot of them have cloaked themselves, so... They could just, shoot wildly, but... I don't know, there. That didn't work. Wait, what was that? Need to be within 9 meters.
Unleash me. Don't get too close.
Should I go with, Cool. There was no one there.
Concentrate. Fresh orders?
At the ready.
Let's go with a crystal fire. Ha! Oh, you were right in front of us. Interesting. No. Okay, and let's go with try to hit it with just the corner. We did get two of them.
Hot in here.
Do we think it's still in still right in front of Jahira in that? Nope. They are still around here though. So let's go there. Nope. I don't have anyone that has see invisibility, do I?
A better position.
This fight's annoying. That didn't really work. Really?
Creator, destroyer.
Let's end this.
So the must still be there. Somewhere.
On my way.
Unleash me.
Why haven't I been doing these again?
I seek an advantage.
Oh, damn it. So that one and that one. So I have 4 Rays of Fire, each doing 2 to 12. So I'd need at least 2 to take that one out. There we go. Hey, you're further up the stairs than I thought.
Majesty of Manure, sovereign of shit.
All right, Karlak. It's go time.
So that one's over there. This one is the one that keeps attacking over there. So you were here last time. Gotcha.
Orders.
Shall we cut and run? Outmaneuver them.
Don't think we'd be able to. No. But could I? What should we need? 3d4 plus 3. Really? I hit the minimum. Might as well get rid of it.
A tale for the ages.
Need to stay focused. On I go.
Don't think she's going to be able to hit him from there, but oh, she can.
Ready for battle.
Well, if she hit her shot, she would have been able to. And dead. Well, that was painful.
No traps, please.
I keep taking those.
What's inside?
Don't mind me, just looting everything. I'm gonna assume they each go to a different chest. Why does she have to go? Thing doesn't seem very happy to be existing.
What now?
My prayers weren't much bloody use.
What the fuck you mean can't reach? Hmm. Um. Read. Stone Lord Strike Team. Update on the counting house operation. We've been tipped off to expect an ambush once we reach the vault, but the guild underestimates us, as usual. If we maintain coordination, we should be able to shrug it off without casualty. Let the Stone Lord take the lead. If you deal efficiently with the cash guards, then it may be time to gather additional funds before we withdraw.
I need a quick word.
Still catching. my breath.
First time the vault's been breached the entire time I've worked here.
You can tell Nine Fingers this was not my fault. She swore that mimic could swallow a bloody owlbear. Wait. You're no guild sworn. Who are you?
The heroic tale you'll tell your children. Touch of gratitude is in order. Security consultant, your votes leave a little to be desired. Just tell me what happened.
Our cunning trap just got flipped arseways up is what? Nine Fingers wants the Stone Lord dead. With what he cleared from our vaults, he's got enough gold to make himself a lord in truth.
And he wouldn't even know what to spend it on. It's the cult that needs that money. Why?
You think anyone told me? Nine Fingers sent word the Stone Lord was going to try his luck on our vaults. So she told me to cooperate, lure him in. Yes, sir, Stone Lord, sir. Shall we open the account in your name or the Absolute's? Just step this way to your special deposit box. Don't mind the teeth. No one mentioned he might have some old crone dropping in as backup.
Crone?
Look, I just mean to say, we both want him caught. If you've got your sights set on the Stone Lord, anyway. As chairman of the Fellowship of Financiers, I can assure you we'd reward you well for the return of the coin he took. Not for us, you understand. For the common Baldurian. Who knows what he's planning to do with it?
How much was taken?
Try all of it. Every penny of civilian lodgings, anyway. I mean, not like we'd lead him into the private vaults. But still. A lot of Baldurians waking up poor tomorrow. What he can do with that kind of coin... doesn't bear thinking about.
I need to find Minsk. I've no care for coin.
Good for you. I happen to care a very great deal. Retrieve the coin, and I'll make sure you are well rewarded. There's treasures greater than gold. Feel free to poke around this place and it'll help you pick up the Stone Lord's scent. Me, I've got ledgers to amend. These ledgers are never going to balance. I'm a dead man.
Little bit, this feels right, like the right time to tell you that I'm aware of the accounting regularities in your most recent guild ties, but don't worry, you have a chance to make up for it. Get this right and you'll have the honor of being the one guild outfit to survive a raid by the Stone Lord.
Switch bloody jobs.
Much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Bet that will fit in my pack. These footprints started in the sewers.
Yeah, starring.
Keep a blade close. Moving.
Go see what they weren't able to take.
A crooked touch.
Maybe Nina still needs a crack strong.
24, okay. $24 again, eh? Better. Fine. Add in, 13 to 25. Okay. So that means I should... Thank you. Elegant studded leather. Shield. Okay. Take that. The fact they don't seem to care about me doing this. Close. Not bad.
Just breathe. Breathe.
Switchboard jobs. It's all funny money in the end, anyway.
I'm just gonna keep going until I get all these. Perfect.
What's in here?
Maybe Nina still needs a crack one. Less drama working in a bloody festival.
So amongst the 4 vaults I've now looked at, I've done 11 inspiration points. Yeah, the Mind Flayer Parasite. Pretty sure that one was Gortash's.
Bloody better not be cutting my wages.
My prayers weren't much bloody use.
You know what, let's just rip in all the others before Karlak's thing runs off. Nat 20. Oh, one off.
Much coin back here, I'd have robbed the place myself.
Keep getting 29s. Thank you.
What do you think you're... Oh, go on. What bloody difference does it make?
Minsk has turned to the absolute. Maybe there's something to this cult.
Wait a minute, though. I could shift next year's interest to this year.
Okay, so we got several books from that. We got A Father's Diary. This is a worn and much handled journal in which older Ravengard recorded his favourite memories of his beloved son Will. A typical entry followed. 15 Flame Rule. Spent the afternoon with Will on the docks down by the Water Queen's house, relaxing on the planks through the harbour fog swallowed the sun as usual. Will asked if the temple wave servants were real mermaids, and I told him they certainly looked the part, but real mermaids could breathe underwater and rarely showed their faces above it. Then I'm going to swim down and catch one, he shouted, and dove off the end of the dock. He kept trying to hold his breath and stay under the surface, but eventually he got exhausted, and I had to haul him out, minus his new shoes, alas, but I'll never forget his smile as he said, I saw one, father. I saw a mermaid, a real mermaid. Then his eyes grew misty and he added, she was beautiful. Gortash Private Memoir Notes, number 16, The Astral Prism Hunt. After that dream I had about the Githyanki threat to our accelerated grand design, my research led me to pore through the old archives left behind in Moonrise Tower by the High Heralds. These records included some very surprising early sources, both Githyanki and Githzerai, that mentioned a relic or artifact called the Astral Prism or Prism. Though the source of this power is unstated, the artifact was reputed to be able to project a field that disrupted illicit psionics. Such an artifact would clearly be an existential threat to both our absolute ambitions and the grand design. All three of the ancient sources agreed that the Astral Prism was in the hands of the Githyanki Lich Queen Vlaka. Thus was born the plan to send a Tadpole strike team in a renowned Nordalite piloted by the Emperor to steal the Astral Prism from Vlaka. What does that give? To take control. Gortash Private Memoirs Notes number 9. To take control. We were deep in Mephisto's vault, burgling the crown of casters when I saw next to the crown that the Archdevil had a portfolio labeled Accelerated Grand Design. I couldn't resist taking that as well. The portfolio contained plans compiled by a mad Alhun known as the Blue Apex for a version of the illicit resurgence, a grand design that called for mass tadpoling of both friends and enemies, but not to convert the tadpole into mind flayers, but rather to suspend that metamorphosis under powerful magic to create a vast and unconscious hive mind commanded by an enhanced elder brain. My mind, trained in the tyrannical tenets of Bane, instantly saw that this was a means to perpetuate a powerful religious hopes. Perpetrate, not perpetuate. A mass movement controlled ultimately by none other than myself, for who but the chosen of Bane could master so grand a scheme? That was that one. Shield Steward interrogation log. Transcript of key passage in the interrogation of Flovis Durge, steward of the Knights of the Shield Hall. Blackhead, when did you begin to suspect that Duke Stalmain was not herself? I cleared her dinner dishes after a meal of mutton pie, but when I got the dish up to the kitchen, the mutton was brains? And not sheep brains neither, so I started poking around. In the Elfsong cellar, in the Knight's secret chamber, yes. And I found a cell with a body in it, a corpse in city prison stripes, a dead state prisoner. If I tell you about this, you're gonna let me go, right? Right. It was a condemned criminal with the top of their head shattered and a brain mostly gone, in Stelmane's room. That secret part, yes. That's where she found me. She what? Found me. It found me. At first I thought she was blue and floating, but then it was just Stelmane. She smiled. I don't remember anything after that. Okay, so that one, Perfume Days, Passionate Nights. A lavender-scented diary of florid prose that describes Lady Wisteria Janus' brief but torrid affair with a young scapegrace named Enver Gortash. A typical excerpt reads as below. When he held me in his burly yet tender arms, it was as if the years melted away, and I was once again the reigning debutante of the upper city soirees and cotillions. What matters if the diamond ring I gifted him, heirloom of the Janus for generations, was worth more than the value of the mansion? It looked so well glittering on his long, strong fingers, and his glowing smile as he slipped it on was worth a dozen mansions, or more. What's in here? A whole bunch of kid stuff. Knuckle gloves. The Patriarch blackmail. Oh. This is a thick notebook containing background dossiers on all the leading patriarch families of Baldur's Gate, cross-indexed to show the web of business arrangements and intermarriages between them. A typical entry is as follows. Class family Aristays, relatively speaking, real estate money, Upper and Lower City, owns Elfstone Tavern, Singing Loon, Stormshore Row, and his silent partner with minority stake in the Blushing Mermaid. Head of family is nominally the Elder Lord Orthagon Hlath, but in practice all decisions are made by his business-savvy daughter, Matron Marigold. Exploitable vulnerability, favored grandniece Holiday Hlath, heir to Lord Orthagon, is an insatiable gambler and owes substantial debts in dicing holes from Stone Eyes to So's Foot. And valuable assessment of patriarch dossiers compiled confidently by Ser Ukta Guildburser. Esteemed Mother Superior, this peerless collection is clearly the fruit of many years' intelligence work, and speaking personally, I found reviewing it to be personally rewarding. So this is from Viconius. It would also be financially rewarding if, at need, the cloister chose to sell it to the highest bidder on the Gates black market. In such an event, I recommend offering it to 9 figures keen at the guild, of course, to Etvard Needle of Baldur's Mouth, and to Blaze Leo Portier of the Flaming Fist. To get your best price, mention to each that you offered it to the others. If your situation becomes urgent, any of these would gladly buy the dossiers outright for several thousand gold, but you'd get more in an auction. So I need to check who had the chest. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see. Knock Knock Gloves cast Knock Spell. That was vault number 7. Vault number 7 was... Ah! So all those toys, all these, belong to Nine Fingers. Okay. Yeah.
All is ash and meat.
It's, we're gonna end this episode here. We're running a little late, but, yeah, we're gonna end it with the usual talk to everyone and then long rest.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Of all the places I expected would find this Minsk, crawling from the broken jaws of a mimic wasn't high on my list. What's life without a few surprises, eh?
Okay.
Minsk puts on quite a show of brawn, even if there's no brain worth mentioning. I mean, I hate to judge the proverbial book, but that oaf may be all cover and no pages.
That's a very interesting way of putting it.
What path lies before me?
Hey, you.
You don't have anything to say about Minsk? What do you have to say for yourself?
Something on your mind?
Or it accosted us in the Lower City. What the hell did you tell her? Hello, Missouri. Or should I say Lady Missouri?
Why, only the truth. That you bear the blame for the Duke's untimely demise.
Such a loyal servant of the city, so eager to hear of your exploits. Tell me, darling, how is she?
Alive, no thanks to you. I convinced her to stand down. How dare you interfere?
What a relief. It would be a shame if she'd struck down the one and only blade. Alas, she misses the fallen Duke. Someone will need to step up in his absence. A man with the spirit of a dragon. His only son, perhaps.
I grow tired of these false faces. Every corner we turn, another. And now it is my face they use to turn Minsk against us. I am sorry, but I am just tired.
It's understandable. Enough sulking, Harper. Now it's not the time to go soft. Why? We know Minsk is alive. Now we just have to find him. Of course you're tired. You're ancient, but we still have work to do.
It is some defect of the mind, I think. To stubbornly insist you are following the light, even as you blunder through the darkness. Or perhaps the defect is mine. When I left Minsk to this fate, I believed I had no choice. I believe it still. We were ignorant of our enemy, unarmed against the cult. I made the right decision, but I do not like how easily I made it. Minsk would have never left me behind, no matter what happened. That is his problem entire. The past century left Minsk unchanged. And so he believes the world has never changed, that I have not. You saw the fool, hanging on the doppelganger's every word for no other reason than it wears my face.
The cult has other ways of controlling people, infection, indoctrination. You don't have to explain to her you're already for your friend. It's not a crime. Maybe you haven't changed as much as you think.
No. But snotting into my sleeve while there is still work to do is. Come then. We need a lead on where these shapeshifters have fled to. Let's see what hints they left behind in the vault.
Yeah, we sort of already found their place. And then killed the people that were there. So that means the next fight's going to be easier.
Welcome, face. How can I help?
You don't have anything to say either.
I am loath to admit it. But if we can pacify Minsk, he may be a worthy companion. Any man who can resist being digested by a mimic may even give an elder brain food for thought.
Minsk believes a doppelganger to be Jaheira. He is being manipulated. I am all but certain.
What gave you that opinion?
Minsk is being tricked. By the hells, we've got to rip him away from that shapeshifter.
Not the legend of answer.
It's not just a legend. It's a history. Consider this. To Wormway 'neath prison's deepest level. That must mean Worm's rock prison. That's where we'll find the entrance to this Wormway. Then this. With the shock of a true hero's spark flickers, the torches alight, and Worm's eye shall awake a glitter. To open the way, we'll need to spark torches. This dragon Onsor was Balduran's ally. We'd be fools to let him sleep while the Dead Three's chosen raised the city.
And finally, Shadowheart.
Minsk. He seemed to believe that doppelganger was truly Jaheira. A sure sign he's being manipulated.
Okay. Well, let's just do our long rest. Alright, we'll Dismiss your Cambion. Okay. There we go, that worked eventually.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Alright. Let's just... Before we do go to sleep... Actually, no, we'll keep those. Want to send all the enchanted items to camp. Yes, even the duplicates. Send everything out of my inventory to their respective ones. Let me send those to... Where is she? Shadowheart. Send all those to Gale. Send those to Astarion. That one to Shadowheart. There we go, that's at least partially done. What's in here? Why do I have that? Why are things running so slow? Send all of those to camp and we'll take the shield as well. There we go, and then Astarion. And those to camp. That one. That one. That one. That one. What's that do? We'll send the chest to camp as well. Send those to Shadowheart. And those to Shadowheart. Okay, so we need to sell a lot of shit from his inventory. Okay, so that's where we're going to end this episode. The stream will keep going for another while, but that's where we've got to end this one. We managed to get something done, something important, which is the counting house. Finished almost all of that. There's still the couple locked rooms. I don't know if I'm going to go into them or not. But, yeah. Anyway, so I'll be back after a break for this next episode if you're watching live. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.